Good evening, guys. It's Danny McElroy here, and in tonight's video, I thought I'd give you an update on some new machines I've gotten in my vacuum collection. So here we go. Alrighty, so yes, I did get a few new vacuums, and I thought I'd show you what's new here in my vacuum collection and vacuum warehouse. So to start it off, all these machines are pretty much the same. So I would say our newest machines are, one of the newest machines is right over here. I ended up, so this is a 2002 Hoover wind tunnel, blue ultra self-propelled wind tunnel. This machine I got from one of my collector friends of mine. So I actually ended up selling the wind tunnel bagless to get this machine. Unfortunately, the bagless wind tunnel I sold to a customer in my business, and I saw this model that my collector friend of mine got, and he originally got this from another collector friend of mine who owns his own vacuum shop where I live, and this machine came in as a trade-in for a Highland canister vacuum. So my other collector friend, he had this machine. He didn't really wanted it, and so I ended up taking it, because the reason why I took it was because this ultra self-propelled wind tunnel here, this blue, is actually very rare to come by. This model, I'm not sure where they sold these. I'm guessing probably like Lowe's or Sears. I'm not sure. Well, it looks kind of like a Lowe's color, I would say. I'm not sure where they sold these models. I know the orange Ferriton, yeah, the Ferriton wind tunnel self-propelled. You guys would know what that model is. Yeah, it's the orange wind tunnel self-propelled. I know that was sold at Home Depot. I know there's a couple collectors I know on YouTube that have that machine. There's another collector that I know of that has a blue model like that as well too. So, but yeah, so this one is new. This one I gotta go through and give it a full service. It works. Once I get it fully serviced, then it'll be running a future video for you guys, so stay tuned on this machine. So that's new. And then over here I got a Hoover Decade 80. So I got this machine from my vacuum collector friend's mini meet that he does once a year, and it's my same collector who owns his own vacuum shop where I live too. So this machine was in a storage unit. This machine he was getting rid of, so I ended up taking it from him. Plus, I've never had a Decade 80. One of my friends' parents had a Decade 80, but sadly I didn't end up taking it. I could have took it, but sadly that was before I started my vacuum collection. So I found this, and this one was actually in good shape. It already had a bag installed. The only thing I had to do with it was put a brand new belt on it, and I cleaned it up, and it works fine. So this is my Decade 80. This is one of the newest. And then in here, I got a Hoover Elite 600. You can kind of see a little bit. But yeah, so this is an Elite 600. This machine I got from one of my other vacuum collector friends who owns his own shop. So another thing I probably didn't mention on my channel is, so two of my vacuum collector friends, they own their own vacuum shops in Syracuse, New York. One collector is in Manlius, New York, and then the other collector is in Oneida, New York. So this machine, just to make it clear for you guys, so this machine came from Oneida. This one is a Hoover Elite 600. This one was in my collector friend's basement shop. I actually just got the motor serviced. I gotta go through and service the rest of this. I gotta go through and service the rest of the parts on here too. So right now it doesn't have a cord or the motor. I actually took the original cord off and I got a replacement one. And right now it doesn't have an actual motor. It has a motor housing, or I kind of call it like a motor frame. So I just I just put that in so I can just still have the machine like displayed, but like, or still together, but I didn't want to leave it in pieces for a long time. So, but that's new. So that's that. And then over here, this is a 2012 Hoover anniversary tan wind tunnel. This also came from my vacuum collector friend in Oneida. Both the 600 and this, they both came from Oneida. This machine is my loaner vacuum and machine now. So basically, this is my machine that I would use in my business, but I only use this machine if anybody needs to like borrow a vacuum or loan a machine. So like, for example, like if I had a customer in my business that came in and their vacuum was in my warehouse for a long extended period of time, I would give them this machine. So, I mean, it works good. I went through, completely fully serviced it, and me and my collector friend, we actually replaced the self-propelled wire to the actuator arm, and now it works fine. So that's new. And then over here, I got a Kirby G5. This also came from my vacuum collector friend's mini meet. My other collector friend that lives in Manlius. This machine actually came from another collector that lived in Missouri. So this G5 came all the way from Missouri, and I was always after a G5 for a long time, and this G5 was fully serviced, and it works fine. I know there's a little bit of a wire issue, but it's kind of weird. I don't know what it is, but other than that, I mean, it works just fine in general. So that's my G5. That's new. And then obviously over here, I actually reorganized my parts up here. A lot of my bigger parts I actually ended up putting up in my attic, but I still got like all my parts organized here, and I still got the Hoover box. And then this right over here, speaking of Hoover boxes, this is a inside that Porta-Power box. That's actually a real Porta-Power inside that box. That Porta-Power is in mint condition. It has the original service manual and the original attachments and the actual machine in there too. This I got from one of my collector friends, and a collector friend of mine, he found this at a tool thrift store in my town, and this machine works good. I'm only just displaying this just for display purposes, but I've only turned this on probably like once, but it works. But I'm just trying to preserve it, so just keep it in its box and stuff. But that's new right there. And pretty much nothing has changed in here, so that's that. And let's see. Oh yeah, over here, obviously I moved my vacs out here. This is a Singer stick vac. This I got from one of my other vacuum collector friends. He didn't really need this, and so he gave me this along with a Black & Decker Dirtbuster, one of those blue Dirtbuster hand vacs as well. This machine, I'm not sure where we got it from, but it's like probably I would say this is probably like an early 90s Shark. It looks kind of very identical to the older style like Bissell three-ways, excuse me, compared to like my three-ways and featherweight over there. So this one does work. This one was actually made by Ryobi Tools, actually, surprisingly. So I think this was made in I think it's a European style stick vac. I'm not sure, but yeah, so that's new right there. And then we go over here. Oh, and then this, if you're wondering what this is a customer's vacuum I'm working on. This is a non-self-propelled Hoover wind tunnel. This is the 13-inch style kind. That says Mach 2. It says Mach 2.1. I know it's kind of upside down, but I can read things upside down too. So, but yeah, so this machine is going to a customer. A customer in my business was needing a vacuum, so he bought this from me. So right now it's completely in pieces, and I still got to go through and wash all the parts. But I took everything apart, including the motor, as you can tell. So As you can see, I have the cord and everything, and then that right there for you guys, that is what a Hoover wind tunnel motor looks like. So there's two different motors. So actually, there's a collector on YouTube named Grayson, if I'm saying your name correctly. But yeah, he explained on a video of the difference between a Maytag wind tunnel motor and a Hoover, and then a Hoover TTI motor. If you want to go watch that video, you could just search up Hoover Maytag versus TTI motor, and he'll kind of tell you the difference. So, I mean, basically they're the same, but I think in the video he said the biggest difference was, I think it was, I'm not sure if this is correct or not, but I think he said that the carbon brushes were just a little, they were in different spots or something like that. I'm not sure. And the fuel windings were different. So, but yeah, go ahead and watch this video, and he can explain it better than I can. So, but that's just what one of the Hoover wind tunnel motors looks like. But that motor's been completely blown out, and I just gotta clean the rest of the machine and still work on it. So yeah, that's what's going on there. So anyways, see if there's anything new in here. Nothing new in here. So over here, this right here is a Hoover Spirit canister. I'm not sure the correct year. I'm thinking probably 1980 or something like that. If you guys know what the year this machine is from, let me know in the comments below. This machine also came from the tool thrift store that my vacuum collector friend of mine got for me. This thing works good. I'm actually planning on using this in my business for car vacuuming, like minivans and stuff like that. I would still use my 16-gallon Craftsman for vacuuming out the cars, but obviously for like long, like carpeted rugs or whatever, this is like a basic beater vac, so that would work just fine. So that's new. And then over here, I got these two Hoover wind tunnel self-propelleds. That's a 2009 wind tunnel anniversary. That one I actually found an original box for this too, which I'll show you guys in a minute here. So my project for this machine right here is I'm actually going to go through and give this a completely fully service, and then I'm actually going to put it in the box. I could show you, if you guys are interested in seeing a video on like what the machine in the box would have looked like when it was new, let me know in the comments below. So the box and this machine are not original. So this machine actually came from my vacuum collector friend that lives in Manlius. This one, I think this came as a trade-in or something like that. So it was down in his vacuum inventory for his shop. And I got this along with another anniversary wind tunnel, which I actually stripped, which some of the parts are right there, actually. I ended up stripping the other machine to use for parts because my other blue wind tunnel anniversary that you saw in my last collection video, that machine I actually sold to my next door neighbor to use as his new vacuum. So he doesn't really use it, but he has a cleaning lady that uses it. But he told me his cleaning lady enjoys using it, even though it's like a heavy machine. So, but yeah, so that's kind of my plan. But like I said, if you guys are interested in seeing a video on the restoration on this anniversary wind tunnel with the original box, let me know in the comments below for a future video. But that's one of them. And then this guy, this wind tunnel, this tan ultra self-propelled wind tunnel, this machine, one of my neighbors gave to me. This was actually a customer's vacuum originally, so one of my neighbors actually gave this to me through my business, and I was going to go through and give it a full service, but unfortunately, sadly, the repair was more than the vacuum was worth. So sadly, financially wise, it wasn't really worth for the customer to get fixed. So unfortunately, I ended up keeping it. I asked him if he wanted it back, but then he said sure, and then he said he was going to be throwing it out, and I said no to that right away, because I'm actually going to be planning on selling this eventually soon. These wind tunnel self-propelleds, these are actually, I mean, even though, I mean, they're heavy machines, the self-propelleds on them go very fast too. And plus it's nice to have a self-propelled machine, so, and it's easy to use too as well. So, but yeah, I thought this would be a good machine to sell. So that's new there. And then nothing over here has changed. Oh yeah, and I'll show you the box I was talking about. So here it is. So this is a anniversary wind tunnel box. So how I got this rare Hoover box was one of my old co-workers that I used to work with at my custodial job gave me a bagged wind tunnel tea, which I actually sold in my business to another customer. So it actually came in this box, actually, surprisingly. And this machine was actually bought at Kohl's at one point too. It actually still has the shipping labels on it too, so, which is kind of cool. And surprisingly enough, it actually came with a black Hoover dusting brush that actually fits my TTR hardbag Elites too. So it actually fitted good. So, and I'll show you those in a sec too. So I know I showed them in my last previous video, but I'll show you what they look like since they're all done now. But anyways, so this is the box that I'm going to plan on doing on a future video. So, but yeah, I just thought I'd show you what it looks like. So these boxes, these wind tunnel self-propelled boxes nowadays are very rare. They're very hard and very rare to come by. If you find one of the, if there's any collectors out there that find one of these, I would say keep them. And if you have the machine, try to make it original like what I'm going to do. So, but that's new right there. So, excuse the background noise. I have 2 dogs that are barking. So, anyways, so these guys right here, these are my hardback commercial Elites. As you saw in my last video, I did a comparison and I also showed these guys running. So the dusting brush that I was talking about was right here. This dusting brush, I'll pull it off so you guys can see. So this dusting brush was actually in that wind tunnel box originally, and I know it's kind of used and stuff too, but this dusting brush, this was the dusting brush I was exactly looking for. And a lot of these dusting brushes are pretty rare to find, especially in this black. I mean, the gray and brown ones are very common, but this special kind of black, this is actually a TTI Hoover dusting brush, one of the later ones. These are very rare to come by, and I was very pleased and I'm very excited when I found this to complete my black TTI hardbag Elite. So, but anyway, guys, that's kind of an update. Also, I forgot to mention to you too, guys, I have this machine right here. This is a Hoover, this is actually another 1997 Hoover machine. This is just like my Wind Tunnel Deluxe and like my Softback Preferred. Both of those machines are from 1997 as well too, and then this one is from 1997 as well too, the year I was born. So funny fact. So, but anyway, so this machine this was a customer's machine, but this machine belonged to one of my neighbors in my neighborhood. He actually bought this machine at Montgomery Ward 26 years ago, actually. So this Elite actually came from Montgomery Ward. So if you guys, for those younger collectors out there that don't know what Montgomery Ward is, it was basically a department store like Sears, basically. And in one of my last videos, I explained what Sears was like too back in the day. So, but yeah, but anyway, so this came from Montgomery Ward, and the only thing and I gave this machine a complete full service too. It came into my warehouse as well too. So this machine, the only thing that was wrong with it was it needed a new motor retainer, and I also replaced the cord on it too. The original cord was pretty beat up, so it needed a new cord. So this machine I got in my collection, and I actually sold my neighbor I sold him my green, my other green Ultra self-propelled, not that one over there. That was my mom's, but I had another one, kind of like, just like my I had another one just like my blue ultra self-propelled right there. It was a green model. You guys probably know which one I'm talking about. I had another one like that, but I sold it to him, and so he traded me this machine. And sadly, when I got it back, the original fan got shattered, so I put a new fan in it. So, but now it works great. So I forgot to mention that as well too. And then of course I still have um, my other dimension upright right there as well too, and my Legacy too. So anyway, guys, I wanted to mention that as well too, and enjoy the rest of the video. I'll show you the rest of my collection. I'll show you the collection too. Kind of giving you guys a brief tour on what's new. And yeah, so pretty much now I'm up to, I would say I'm probably up to 108 machines, or 108, 109 now. The collection's going great. It's been building great. And yeah, oh, and then also another thing I forgot to mention, my 1988 Porta Power with the wheels on it. I actually gave that to my mom, so that's no longer down here in my warehouse. That's actually up in her room right now, so she's using that currently. So that's another thing I forgot to mention too. But other than that, that's pretty much about it. Yeah, that's not, and everything else is still the same. Nothing has changed. I mean, I've cleaned up some of my elites here and there, so pretty much still it's the same old pretty much. So yeah, but hope you guys enjoyed the video, and make sure you keep subscribed. Yeah, make sure you subscribe to my channel. My name, Danny McElroy. Turn on that bell for notifications so you don't miss any of my future videos. And feel free to leave your comments in the comment box too. So I like to hear your thoughts and stuff on my videos. So, and I wanted to say thank you to you guys for reaching 214 subscribers. I am very pleased and very happy, so let's keep it going. So make sure you share my channel with other collectors out there, you guys. So but anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video. So I'll see you in the next video. Have a good night, guys. Bye bye.